Glenn Kangas from GA Appraisals Inc. and the SoCal Appraisal Vlog, as well as the future, here to talk to you about home values during the COVID-19 crisis and what the future may hold. Some parts of the country are opening up, but here in Southern California, not so much. Our governor instituted Phase 2 last week, and for some reason it looks eerily like the shelter-in-place order with very minor modifications. Of course, the focus is on the virus, but as an appraiser, I feel it is important to talk about what that means for home values as we go forward. Let's start with what has happened so far. In Southern California, new listings and pending sales have been down dramatically, anywhere from 30 to 80% depending on the city, with LA County down almost 50% in new listings and 67% in pending sales for April 2020 versus April 2019. How have values been affected? Well, as supply has declined, so has demand, which means that values have remained largely unchanged so far. Most cities have only had a few or a handful of homes that listed after shelter in place and closed escrow, but market trends in terms of value have been relatively consistent with the market trends prior to COVID-19. What about going forward? Well, it all starts with basic economics, and judging by the news anchors I have seen and people's comments on social media, many people have no concept of basic economics. It's all about supply and demand. Quite simple, actually. If supply is low and demand is high, values go up. If supply is high and demand is low, values go down. When they are in balance, values remain stable. The general consensus in the industry and with the local agents I talk to clearly indicates that supply will increase as we go back to normal. So the question is, what about demand? What are the drivers of demand? While interest rates can certainly have an effect, and they are quite low right now, the most significant factor to demand is jobs. The more people are employed and the higher the wage they earn, the more likely they are to enter the housing market as a buyer. Now, let's look into the future. Currently, the number of new unemployment claims since the start of COVID-19 is 33 million nationwide and approximately 1.3 million in Los Angeles County. The longer the economy is shuttered, the larger number of jobs that will be lost permanently as small businesses largely drive the economy. We have already seen a number of restaurants that are shutting down for good, and who knows how many gyms, salons, stores, and other types of businesses will follow. What is certain is that the longer we are shut down economically, the more of those businesses that will be gone for good, along with their jobs. And without jobs, the housing market will lose all of those people as potential buyers, which will mean, you guessed it, lower demand. And if the supply is increasing once we do finally open up, there will not be enough demand to keep the market in balance, and prices will absolutely go down. It's just basic economics. Now, if we open the economy sooner, fewer jobs will be lost and more people will be able to afford a house. If not, well then, people that own rental properties will be seeing higher rents because why? Rental demand will increase at a time when the rental supply is already scarce. Again, basic economics. So as we discuss the pace and method of opening up the economy, I feel it is important to consider the big picture and the lives of every single citizen and how their lives are affected by this crisis. If you are interested in Southern California real estate trends, I recommend you follow me on social media. I post stats about listings, pendings, sales, and market trends on my Facebook business page and LinkedIn page, and soon I will start looking at unemployment numbers and how they relate to home values. So until next time, here's hoping you are making informed real estate decisions.